I just watched The Bride, and I think Frankenstein stitched this film together. If you haven't already, please give me a follow and help me build my space. So let's talk about it. Starring Christian Bale and Jessica Buckley, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. It follows the story of Frankenstein in the 1930s of Chicago, who wants to cure his loneliness by creating a companion for himself. So he gives life to a murdered woman who becomes the bride. So the start of this film does really hook you in, but sadly by the end of it you do feel a little bit disappointed. Now, the biggest issue for me was the script, which just came across as messy. There were so many subplots introduced that were never fully explained by the end of the film, and therefore just came across as quite convoluted. That said, the cinematography was stunning, the costume designs were beautiful, and the production's design nailed the 1930s aesthetic they were going for. And the Times Square sequences were amazing to watch for that reason. I also did like the idea of the film. This alternative take on The Bride of Frankenstein was really interesting. Jessica Buckley's performance was really good and very eccentric, which kind of did work for the film as it was going for that kind of style. But it did feel quite distracting at times. I also did like Christian Bale's Frankenstein. It was a very sensitive version of him, which I did enjoy, but it didn't feel very memorable. And I just think that was because of what he was given rather than the actual acting. It was a very ambitious film, and I do love seeing original ideas in the cinema, but for me, it just felt a little bit undercooked. It's a 2.5 stars out of 5 for me. What do you guys think?